Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to tackle a problem that I know drives so many of you crazy. You ask an AI for something, and what you get back is, well, it's just not good. We're going to fix that right now with a super simple but really powerful method called the APE framework. Let's jump in.
You know that feeling, right? You've got this great idea, you type your prompt into ChatGPT or whatever tool you're using, you hit enter, and what you get back is this bland, cookie-cutter response that feels like it was copied and pasted from a 1990s textbook. It is so frustrating, and it makes you think, are these things even worth it?
Okay, this slide right here, this is the perfect example of the problem. Just look at this. The prompt on the left is so vague. Write a guide about productivity. So the AI does what it was told, but because there's no detail, the output is, you guessed it, totally generic. I mean, it's not wrong, but it's definitely not helpful.
But here's the good news. What if I told you there's a way to turn those useless responses into sharp, tailored, and genuinely valuable content? Well, there is. The solution is a simple, easy-to-remember system called the APE framework.
So what is AP? It just stands for action, purpose, and expectation. And the really cool thing about this is, it's not some crazy technical jargon. It's literally just how we talk to other people, right? When you ask a coworker for help, you naturally tell them what you need, why you need it, and how you want them to do it. AP just takes that same simple logic and applies it to talking with an AI.
So, let's break this down. We're going to start with the first and maybe the most important piece, the A for action. This is all about telling the AI exactly what task you want it to do. Think of the action as the main verb in your sentence. It's the command. Instead of just kind of hinting at what you want, you are giving a direct, clear order. It's basically the mission objective for the AI.
And the key here is to get really specific. You want to ditch those weak phrases like help me with marketing or work on this. Instead, use strong, powerful action verbs like create a marketing strategy or analyze this customer feedback. The more precise your verb is, the more focused the AI's response is going to be. All right, so once the AI knows what to do, the next step is to tell it why. This brings us to the P for purpose, and honestly, this is where you provide the context that changes everything.
Your purpose is the bigger goal. I mean, think about it. Are you trying to convince a potential client, or maybe train a new hire, or are you trying to debug some code? The exact same action, like write an email, will produce totally different results depending on the purpose. Sharing the why lets the AI adjust its tone, its focus, and its style to actually meet your real-world needs.
And a really great trick for defining your purpose is to always think about who you're talking to. Who is this for? Saying you need a summary to make this technical jargon easy for a beginner to understand gives the AI a super clear target to aim for. That context is pure gold.
Okay, last piece of the puzzle, E for expectation. The AI knows what to do, it knows why. Now you just have to tell it how you want the final result to look. This is where you really take the wheel.
Expectation is where you get to be the director. It's all about the nitty-gritty details of what you want back. We're talking format, length, style, tone, you name it. Don't just leave it to chance and hope the AI reads your mind. Spell it out. And you can get super specific here. Don't be shy. Ask for a 500-word blog post, a 3-paragraph email, or a 5-point checklist. You can even tell it to write in a professional tone, or a casual one, or even for a middle school reading level. The more specific you are with your expectation, the closer the result will be to what you have in your head. All right, so theory is great and all, but let's actually see this thing work. We're going to go back to that original boring prompt and see what happens when we give it an AP makeover. This slide just says it all. On the left, you've got that vague, basic prompt. But on the right, look how clear that is. The action is to create a guide. The purpose is super specific to help tech managers. And the expectation is crystal clear. A 5-point checklist under 500 words. And boom, this is where the magic really happens. The response on the left is that generic list we saw before. But the response on the right, it's a strategic, actionable checklist designed specifically for tech managers. It even includes advanced concepts like async first communication, because our prompt gave it the right context. I mean, the difference is night and day. So you can see how powerful this is, right? But to get really good at it, it helps to know the common pitfalls. So let's really quickly go over a few mistakes people often make when they're first starting out with API. First up, those vague verbs gotta go. Second, Don't you dare skip the purpose. That context is everything. Third, get specific with your expectations. Saying make it good is totally meaningless to an AI. Fourth, make sure your A, P, and E actually make sense together. And last but not least, if you have a really huge complex task, don't try to cram it all into one prompt. Just break it down into a few smaller AP prompts.
And hey, want to take it to the next level? Here are a few bonus tips. Always lead with that strong verb. When you're writing, you can actually label the parts, action, purpose, and expectation in your prompt to keep yourself organized. And just remember, this is a process. If you don't love the first result, tweak your prompt and try again.
All right, so where do you go from here? The best part about the AP framework is you can literally start using it right now and see a difference immediately.
A lot of people call APE a gateway framework, and for good reason. It is the perfect place to start because it's so simple, it works on any major AI model out there, and the skills you learn are the foundation for every other advanced technique. It's the fastest way to get way better results.
So I have a little challenge for you. For your next 10, just 10, interactions with an AI, I want you to consciously use the AP structure and pay attention to which part, the action, the purpose, or the expectation, seems to make the biggest difference for you. It's the absolute best way to make this powerful habit stick.
Because really, at the end of the day, these AI models are mind-blowingly powerful, but they can't read your mind. They need you to give them clear directions. And that's what APE does. It puts you in the driver's seat. So your next big idea, that next brilliant piece of content, it could be just one perfect prompt away. The only question is, what are you going to ask first?